Good morning, manifestors. It's Paula from the 411 on manifesting. Welcome back to my channel. How was your weekend? I have to tell you about my weekend. I went to a market in Smoky Lake, Alberta. I'd never been to Smoky Lake before. It was such an amazing place. Like honestly, it was probably one of the best markets that I've been to in probably a good year and a half. Like, honestly, it was absolutely amazing. There were so many people there. I made so many new friends. It was so much fun. I had such a good time. And the drive there was absolutely beautiful. The weather was gorgeous. I had a really good drive home. So this is kind of like, when you put in your GPS, like if you're going somewhere, you're leaving that place and you're coming home. And I kind of had an idea of how to get home from Smoky Lake back to where I live. But I thought I better put my GPS on. I was really, really tired. It was a really long day. So I put my GPS on and it took me on this kind of like back highway. And as I would get further and further, like I would see signs that were taking me sort of close to my hometown. So I knew I was going in the right direction. I was just going a different way. But what happened on that drive is number one, I didn't see like another vehicle very, very rarely. I was the only one on the road. And it was only 8 o'clock at night. It wasn't very, very late or anything. But I also saw, like, I lost count of how many deer I saw, which is cool. I always love to see deer. I saw an owl. I saw a bald eagle. I saw a fox and a coyote. So I saw all these animals in probably a span of about an hour when I was driving. So cool. Like it was so cool. So I love kind of when, the universe sort of sends you a different way. There's always a couple reasons for it. My mind was pretty tired after being at the market all day, so it was really nice to just drive on this kind of old highway and not see another car and then see all the wildlife. It was absolutely amazing. Okay, but I digress. That's not even remotely what this video is about. So, I'm going to talk about an evening routine that literally is going to change your life. It is a 5-minute before bed routine. I have been listening to Jim Rohn, Motivation. If anybody has heard of Jim Rohn, I'm going to link it in the comments. Jim Rohn is a motivational speaker. He's got kind of a robot voice. A lot of people kind of don't like him. I really like him. There's something with him that really strikes a chord with me whenever I listen to it. So a couple of weeks ago, I was listening to one of his podcasts, and it talks about this 5-minute evening routine that is such a game changer. So I'm always interested in things that don't require a lot of time. And I know I need to get away from that, but I'm having a hard time with time management in my life right now. It's something I'm struggling with a little bit. We all get the same amount of time in the day. I get 24 hours, you get 24 hours, they get 24 hours. And it's really what we're doing with our time, right? So I'm looking into that for myself right now and sort of writing down what I'm doing in my day and where my time can be better spent. But again, I digress. So this 5-minute evening routine is kind of what drew me to it, because I'm like, well, 5 minutes. Everybody has 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes. So what you do is you get a clean journal. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Just keep it for this particular practice that you're doing at night. So what you're going to do is you're going to open your journal right before you go to bed, and you're going to write the date. So, today you'll write April 28th. And then you're going to write down what went right for you today. So tonight you're going to do that. What went right for you today? You can be as elaborate as you want, because again, this is just a 5-minute practice. If you want to write out, like a very good explanatory paragraph about it, that's totally up to you. Or you can just write one word, because this is only for you to see, right? So you're going to, so what went right for you today? Number 2, the second thing you're going to write down, what didn't go right? What didn't go right today? Now, don't be hard on yourself, because I'm going to tell you something. the first couple days that I started to do this at night, my what didn't go right list was very extensive, very extensive. And when I went back and read about it, I was kind of like, holy moly, like that's a lot. And it all kind of came back to me at once, like some of it I'd forgotten about during the day. But as I was making an intentional practice about it, it kind of came flooding back quite a bit. And I'll tell you that my what didn't go right today list was a lot longer than my what did go right list. But I want you to do it anyway. And I'll tell you why. Because the third thing you're going to write down is, what am I going to do better tomorrow? So let's say that you didn't exercise. And that's something, like, I know a lot of people that have an exercise routine, if they miss a day, or, it's very easy to skip a day, but one day turns into two, turns into three, that kind of thing. So I know a lot of people get discouraged and have some guilt over that. So that's something you can always change the next day, right? So if you're setting the intention that, what can I change? Well, tomorrow I'm going to get up 15 minutes early and I'm going to exercise. Maybe you didn't drink enough water. Maybe you weren't kind to somebody that you should have been kind to. So when you're going through your list, honestly, what you can do is just write down the opposite of what is on your what didn't go right list. You can write those things down that you want to change. And the fourth thing that you're going to do is a gratitude list. So I know in the exercise it says to write down 3 things. I did 5. It's really hard for me to write down 3 things I'm grateful for, because I'm always grateful for so many more things. So write down 5 things you're grateful for after that. So you have number 1, what did go right for me today? You can make that list as long as you want or as short as you want, bullet point, abbreviation, whatever. It's only for you to look at. Number 2, what didn't go right today? Don't be hard on yourself. Your list could be pretty big the first couple of days, and that's okay. That's kind of the whole purpose of the exercise. And, don't have any guilt or shame over it. Just write it down, jot it down. It's kind of funny, but in the what did go right column is where I was very elaborate, like, oh, I had this great thing happen to me, and writing kind of out paragraphs. And then I go into the what didn't go right, and it's like, meh, 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 little kind of bullet points, and didn't elaborate on it. So, because that's the way my brain works, is I really don't want to sit and focus on, what didn't go right for me. But there's a reason why you do it, because in the third step, you're going to write down what you're going to do differently the next day, or what you're going to change the next day regarding what didn't go right. So that one you can be a little elaborate on if you like. You can also, use a bullet point. So if maybe you, I don't know, didn't drink enough water, and you're really feeling it kind of throughout the day. So that's sort of one thing that you put on your list. So the opposite of that is you're going to drink more water. You're going to hydrate yourself. Maybe your communication wasn't that great during the day with someone. So tomorrow, how are you going to change that? You're going to communicate better. They're just kind of the opposite of it, or whatever sort of comes at you. And then, of course, the number 4 is good old gratitude. You can't ever go wrong ending the day with gratitude, because, honestly, this life that we get to live right now, with everything going on in the world, that we still get to live this really amazing life, I think it's absolutely wonderful. We're all very lucky in our own special way. We all have things that really mean a lot just to us personally that might not mean, as much to somebody else. We all have homes that we live in. We all have food to eat. We might not have the life that we want right now, but I know this is true for me. I sure don't have the life I used to. And for that, I am truly grateful. So I really encourage you to end your day doing this. For me, it was really big. I was telling some friends this weekend about it, just kind of bouncing it off of them before I did a video, because I had a lot of stuff come up when I was writing down my what didn't go right and what I would do to change it. And I wasn't really expecting that. So yeah, it's just sort of something to be aware of. But I think it's always good. I think it's always good growth when we're, sort of not paying attention to what's going wrong, but acknowledging what's not working in our life and what we're going to do to change it. That is huge. That's huge growth. So if you're doing that before you go to bed just for a few minutes, oh, I can't wait to see what happens to you guys. That's just going to be amazing. So yeah, just give it a try tonight. That is our vlog for today, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I would, of course, always appreciate it if you are not subscribed to please subscribe. Please hit that like button. And if you would like to share any evening routines that you do, I would love to hear about them. I am all about the going to bed feeling good and waking up the same way. So honestly, yeah, whatever you have, just please share it. That's how we grow. That's how we learn. Have an amazing Monday and the amazing rest of your week, everybody. And if nobody tells you this week, I love you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.